Truth versus Kentucky, Part 2. Now in 2010, before I saw Dr. Craner, my legs were straight. Just saying. You'll hear more about that in the very last video. Now here's my new June 11th dated appointment for Social Security. It's marked, I will keep appointment unless sick. If I'm sick, I will call. And I want a copy myself. I'm going to mail this out first thing in the morning. Now, we're going down to 34. This is where I went to see Anthony McBride. And if you saw the Dr. Death video, you'll understand this further. And listen to the end of these videos also. Here's the brace that my state insurance paid for that I can't use. It's junk. This is from a friend of mine. She's known me 10 years and says, well, I've been everywhere and done everything, and I'm pretty much done. Now, let's go over to 36. This is Baptist Health. This is Shane Figueroa. He is a clinical, I can't even pronounce that. The results are close to normal. Suggest I stay on the dose. Well, I went and got my results. See the date? I went and got my results. There's the date. It's too high. There's the reference range. It's too high. Now, on 10/28/2013, this is in my records. Has been taking 175, showing hyperactivity. That means it's hurting me. It's hurting my heart. In 2013, I've got moderate heart condition. 2014, Dr. Shane Figueroa, close to normal. He wants to keep my dose high to kill me. Are you getting this? Are you paying attention? Hyperactivity was prescribed too high a dose. And Figueroa, the expert, wants to keep me on the same dose. Not controlled. Severity high. Low dose of 75, currently 175. Fatigue. And this is just my thyroid again is high. Now, just to wake you up, Baptist Health consent form. You signed it, you was in a hurry. I understand the practice of medicine is not an exact science, that diagnosis and treatment involve risks of injury or even death. Well, when I signed the first one, the only one, I was medicated. I went back when I was not medicated to Baptist Health. I hereby do withdraw consent form to treat me effective 10/10/14. Paula Whitfield, there's my ID. That means nobody has permission to treat me. Period. Now, I'm going to go back over here about my legs. No foreshortening of leg, yada yada yada, or rotation noted. Sports medicine. Referred to sports medicine. There's the date. This is not a trick photography. Those are my legs. If you look to the right one, it's 1, 2, maybe 3 inches shorter. And we'll look over here. Potential was fair. If I known it was fair, I would not have went through it. Chronically of condition. Here's my legs. Now pay attention to this photo, because you're going to learn something at the very end video. Now we're going to go to some of the questions that you're asked on Social Security disability. Are you right-handed or left? I have no idea why they ask you that. Do you finish what you start? Do you take care of anyone else? Because if you can, then you can work in a nursing home. You take care of pets. Okay. What social activities? You go to church, yard sales, sporting events, bingo, card playing, movies, hunting, fishing. A yard sale sometimes when I was on meds. That's right, none of this is relevant if you're taking narcotics. They don't care. But if you're not on medication, there you are. Hobbies and interests. None that I care to share with you. Well, I didn't want to tell them that I color in a coloring book. That must be a crime of national security. I don't watch TV, sports. How often and how well do you do these things? What'd I put? I am an expert at doing these things because I don't do them. Okay. Do you need help or reminders taking medicine? I don't take medicine. Meals. No courses. I put 5 cans of vegetables in a big bowl and eat them as I go. Well, now it's down to something a little different. Now let's go over here to Social Security special instructions. Okay? This is relevant. Bring one family member or friend who is familiar with your condition. What if you don't have a condition? The doctor will decide. Well, that's not a doctor. Now these are all the places, which pretty much means how messed up did they get you. Did you go to hospitals every time you got sick and they pumped you full of crap, and visit doctors and they lied to you and pumped you full of crap? Counseling and therapy. Did you go and tell on yourself and you get bad advice? And medicines, there it goes again. Doctors and other trained staff. Those are the people that follow you and write down everything you do and take photos of you picking up stuff off the ground when you're on lower tabs. This really means how messed up did they really get you. Now this is my social history. Non-smoker, no alcohol, no drug use. Now this is going to blow your mind. Pay attention. 5/18/2012, I had a bicycle wreck and had a concussion, didn't know it. Police brought me. Anxious, withdrawal. Says I am non-compliant with medication. Well, I didn't know it was a matter of national security. Then it I said that I was going to be sent to hell by Jesus. Well, here in a minute you're going to find out I was. No drug use, no consumption, no suicidal thoughts, no self-injury, no hallucinations. I was sent to Western State after a brief moment in jail. When I asked for toilet paper, they told me I was going to Western State. Now look at this. This is not trick photography. This was signed May the 10th, 2012. That is 8 days before I had the bicycle wreck and was in the hospital. Paying attention? The Western State document in my interest of Western State was signed 8 days before it happened. Well, after they got me in there and shot me up with all kinds of drugs and messed with me, and yeah, they do mess with you, I went to jail. I was charged with disorderly in the second degree because I wouldn't let them have my blood. Now here's a friend of mine. We go way back. She wrote when I was having trouble with housing authority. All complexes want it seem like the people that stand up to them or stand up for their rights or won't be beefed with are the ones they want to label crazy. And I asked her, did she think I had a grudge or if I was prejudiced or anything? She says, no, I do not believe that you are crazy. Now, we're going further. This is when I signed off for Social Security. And this is relevant when you get to hear some audios here in a minute. When I got that new appointment in the mail, this one, special test, physician, Jody Bauer. I also got this one. I haven't been here in a year. Now for this special test for Jody Bauer, August the 26th. Here's the special. This time they tell me that there's a parking spot. Bring a list of current medications. Well, I'm pretty much done for because I don't have any. Who is familiar with your condition? Well, I have one friend that says I'm not crazy and she's going to go with me. And the doctor that's not a doctor will decide to ask questions. Well, they are trying to confuse you, put words in your mouth, especially if you're medicated. Now in the next video, it will be audio clips. Very interesting audio clips that will back up my story that I just told you. Now for video 3.